safer, more business and family-friendly city. And we know from Scripture that where brothers live in harmony and where brothers are united, that God commands a blessing. And so my encouragement to Mayor-elect Spiro is to find a way to make sure that God's face still shines upon the city of Mobile as he tries to unite us and move us forward. I'm excited to work with him in a transition plan. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that all the institutional knowledge that we've learned over the last 12 years and the things that of how we can move the city forward, deposit that with him, and then as he puts his team together, we will be in the background, and if he needs our help, we'll be glad to give it to him. But he will be the mayor, and I'll be Citizen Sandy. But I really believe that the best is yet to come for the city. I also want to thank Lisa Lambert. I've never run an election. None of us in here have ever run an election. But I sense that it's not an easy thing to do. And she's probably aged 10 years over the last few days or the last 3 weeks. So, Lisa, thank you so much for what you've done. This Saturday, we have a household hazardous waste collection. It's Saturday, October 11th. It's going to be from 9 to 1 p.m. at Seals Community Center. It's a free event, enables residents to safely dispose of the common hazardous items, which are like automobile fluids, aerosols, fertilizers, paint, cleaners, pesticides, batteries, any other common hazardous materials. I want to commend our Environmental Engineering Department for organizing these events. Since 2022, we've collected nearly 100 tons of hazardous waste that could have otherwise ended up on roadsides or in waterways. So thank them for what they've done to organize that, and thank you to the Mobilians that take advantage of this free service. Again, that's October 11th. I have 2 proclamations to read this morning. One of them is for the Partners for Environmental Progress. It's their 25th anniversary, and we have Jennifer Denson with us. She's the executive director, and Steve Stewart, who is the president of the board. So if y'all could come to the podium, and I'll read them, then present you the proclamation. Whereas Partners for Environmental Progress, PEP, proudly celebrates its 25th anniversary, marking a quarter century of advancing the Gulf Coast as a region where business and the environment work together in harmony. And whereas established in the year 2000 by visionary industry leaders in the Mobile area, PEP has grown to include more than 200 member companies committed to sharing science-based practices, addressing environmental challenges, and promoting sustainable growth. Whereas through the groundbreaking initiatives such as the Byproduct Synergy Program, which reduces industrial waste, and the Eagle Reef Project, which engages businesses in coastal restoration, PEP has demonstrated how industry leadership can result in cleaner waters, stronger fisheries, and healthier communities. And whereas PEP's annual Environmental Stewardship Awards have showcased real-world achievements in energy efficiency, waste and greenhouse gas reduction, and habitat preservation, such success stories that inspire innovation across sectors and contribute to the thriving regional economy. And whereas for 25 years, PEP has built impactful partnerships that influence policy, improve environmental outcomes, and position Mobile as a national model for balancing economic prosperity with the protection of our natural resources. Now, therefore, I, William S. Stimson, the 108th Mayor of the City of Mobile, do hereby recognize and commend the Partners for Environmental Progress on its 25th anniversary and its enduring contributions to our community and environment and our future. Congratulations and thank you for what you do.
Thanks, sir.
Jennifer, why don't you get the middle of that?
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. I was trying to decide if the mayor was just being humble or didn't want to share his age, because he was a part of the grassroots efforts over 25 years ago to help get this started. So we really appreciate what you and several others have started, and Jennifer's been our executive director for 16 years, and we have several of our board members here today. And so we continue on, hopefully for another 25 years. We're over 200 member companies strong. All the larger employers in town are a part of our organization. And the reason we were started, as the mayor mentioned, was to balance, environmental with industry and development. And I think we've continued to do that as a community, and all of you as stakeholders have contributed to that. And so we just thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
If I may, I would just like to recognize some of our board members who are here today. We have Tom Bramlett, who is actually the first president of our board of directors with OEC, a founding member company, just like Mayor Simpson was a founding member. And then we also have several of our other board members today. And we look forward to another 25 years working hand in glove with everyone in the room. Thank you.
Can we get all the board members to please stand so we can recognize you all? Let's give them another hand. Thank you all.
Now, Steve, I don't mind talking about my age, but just to quantify it, I am younger than Tommy Bramlett. Not much, but just a little bit. So the next proclamation is about Suicide Prevention Month, and the attendees, if they could come join me at the podium, are Carrie McNair, who's with the Alabama Foundation for Suicide Prevention. She is the policy chair. We have Lori Evans and Jamie Conley. Good morning. Whereas in 2023, suicide was the 13th leading cause of death overall in Alabama and the third leading cause of death among individuals aged 15 to 34 years. And whereas in the United States in 2023, over 49,000 individuals died by suicide, and in Alabama, 869 individuals died by suicide. And whereas over 90% of the people who die by suicide have a diagnosable and potentially treatable mental health condition, although often that condition is not recognized or treated. And whereas the negative attitudes associated with mental health conditions and suicidal thoughts and behaviors work against suicide prevention by discouraging persons at risk for suicide from seeking life-saving help, and further traumatize survivors of suicide loss and people that lived experience of suicide. Whereas organizations such as the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention envision a world without suicide and are dedicated to saving lives and bringing hope to those affected by suicide through research, education, advocacy, and resources for those who have lost someone to suicide or who have struggled themselves. Now, therefore, I, William S. Stimson, the 108th Mayor of the City of Mobile, do hereby officially proclaim September 2025 as Suicide Prevention Month in the City of Mobile. Congratulations to you. So,
Hi, my name is Lori Evans, and I sit on the state board for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We meet monthly. I make a lot of trips to Birmingham and all over the state. We have a walk coming up. The South Alabama Walk is in Daphne. That encompasses Mobile and Baldwin counties. That's on October 12th. I have some info to leave here. This year, we are also excited because the University of South Alabama will hold their second campus walk. And our biggest enemy is stigma. So I'd like to thank all of you here today for being here and for recognizing that this is Suicide Awareness Month. And I'd just like to go over those numbers again. In 2023, we lost 869 people to suicide in the state of Alabama. For ages 15 to 24, suicide is the third leading cause of death in the state. For ages 25 to 34, it is the third leading cause of death. We offer a program called Talk Saves Lives. That is free. If you have a group that would like Talk Saves Lives program, I would love to come present that to you. It takes about an hour. We are also very excited about the work we have with 988 and the results we've seen here in this state. And once again, all of our funding stays here in Alabama that we raise. So I appreciate your time today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you all.
President, that concludes my remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Madam Clerk.
Adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Agenda is adopted.
Appeals. We have requests for waive the noise ordinance on October the 4th at the Bragg Mitchell Mansion, on October the 5th at the blocks of Conti, Conception, and Dolphin Streets, November 21st on St. Louis Street, and November 24th on Airport Boulevard.
So moved. Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Appeal passes.
Public hearings. Today is the public hearing to fix costs for demolition of the structures at 303 South Dearborn Street, 2150 O'Donnell Street, and 3211 Valley Road.
This opened up the public hearing for these particular said items. Is anyone present that would like to address the council on these public hearings? If not, these public hearings are closed.
Presentation of petitions and other communications to the council. Janice Lilly.
Good morning, everyone. This is the day the Lord has made, and I am so happy to be alive. Let me get started. Bring this down. I'm sorry, this is my first time doing this, so y'all just give me a little grace here.
Give us your full name.
Okay, my name is Janice Lilly. You need where I reside? Okay, my name is Janice Lilly, and I'm a proud resident of the city of Mobile, Alabama for all of my life. So let me get started. I only have 3 minutes, and I need to squeeze a lot of years into this 3 minutes. So keep up, please, because I'm moving really fast, okay? I will begin to say hello. While I cannot cover 30 years in 3 minutes, I stand here to express my heartfelt gratitude for the opportunity to serve the city of Mobile, being a civil servant for 30 plus years. I've had the privilege of being involved in the progress and growth of this great city, such as RSA, the Carnival Cruise, etc., and recently Amtrak. I am thankful for the doors that were opened for me along the way. Through the changing of the council and administration, I've met some of the most dedicated, kind-hearted, incredible city workers, second to none, truly amazing, from A to Z, which means accounting to zoning and all the ones that's in between. I just want to say thank you all for that. Okay, to my present co-workers, you will always be in my thoughts and prayer as much as my county commission comrades. I lost my place here, so let me go back because I don't want to miss anything. Through the changing of the council and administration, I met some of the most dedicated, kind-hearted, incredible city workers, truly second to none, from A to Z, and all the ones between, and that's in between the two. To my present co-workers, I'm nervous. To my present co-workers, I thank you all for all that you have done to help me to get to this point. As a proud city employee and lifelong resident of Mobile, my love for my home will never fade. I've learned so much throughout my tenure here, but not all of it has been done by myself. I'm truly and deeply grateful for all who have contributed to my accomplishments and successes through the years. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart and from the depth of my soul. I would like to take a quick minute down memory lane to pay homage to the former council people that were here during my beginning. That would be Mr. Reggie Copeland, Clinton Johnson, Vivian Figures, Clinton Johnson, I said him, Mr. Sullivan, Bess Rich, Fred Richardson, and etc. And not to skip a moment to say thank you. Rest in peace, Levon Manzi, because you are one of a kind, and your presence is still missed, and we still love you. And as I leave, I would like to say a quick poem that I read every day at my desk, and I would like to read it, and it goes as this. I'm cutting it short because I only have 3 minutes. So give me just a second to get to this poem. It's a poem that was sent to the city employees.
Council, can I stay in here 1 more minute?
Yeah, Janice, take
You
your
have
time.
1 more
Thank
minute.
you.
Ma'am.
Thank you. Give me a minute. The poem reads, y'all, I'm so flustered right now. Here we go. Love the good, the bad, and the worthy and the unworthy. Love those who hate you, not because of who they are, but because of who you are. Con Rice. Shine regardless and shine no matter for what. You are the light of the world, and the necessity of the light is to shine. I received this from Mayor Stimson, May 24, 2022. And this is a motto that I kept on my desk to help me to get through my day. To Mr. President, may I say one word to my council president? Miss Council Representative, Miss Gregory, I've been a member of your district since 1998. And I just want to say congratulations on your reelection. And now that I have so much free time on my hand, I pledge to do whatever I can for my community in District 7, because that is my home, has been so for so long, and I'm not planning on going anywhere. So thank you, and I'll hope I can get my information to you. If you need me, I will be available. And thank you all for everything that you have done for me and the city of Mobile, and for the privileges that I have been granted. So I will remain a forever, even retired city employee, but I will still be pro city of Mobile. Thank you all for your time. May God bless and keep each of you, and may God bless and protect the city of Mobile in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Oh, and I want my watch and my 30-year pen too.
Thank you so much, Ms. Lydia, and congratulations on your retirement. You say you've been working for the city a little bit over 30 years. You must have
Yes, sir.
started when you was 5 years old, because you can't be no more than 35, you know. But
God
thank you
has
so
been
much.
good.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Okay, thank you.
Anthony Maben.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Antonio Maven. I'm the TransUnion president. I come down on this morning because on last Wednesday, I received some disturbing news from the attorney of the pension plan that was stated that the administrator would like to do away with our pension. As of today, I was hearing on the pre-council that some changes may have come, and I was asking to get those changes confirmed, and at least let the membership know exactly and employees know what's going on with their plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get Mr. Scott to, can you address it?
Yes, sir. Mr. President, members of council, Mr. Maven. The conversations had been previously, obviously, via transportation. Port City Transit will be the new transit provider for the city. They typically and historically have operated defined contribution plans, 401k plans for retirees. The city's transit retirement plan was enacted and incorporated in 2002 and has continued until that time. VIA, understandably so, did not want to take on the ownership responsibilities and the liabilities operating of a defined benefit plan, the retirement plan such as yours. They've also been excellent partners in helping us find a solution for that. We did communicate some information over the last week, really specifically since last Thursday and Friday. I know that Ms. Gregory and I had some conversations about that on Friday for some questions that were there. Over the weekend and through yesterday, we were able to work out an agreement that the pension plan will remain whole and unchanged. The status of that will be that on the employment offers that the employees receive, their participation in the pension plan would remain the same. The 5% employee contribution would remain the same. The match that VIA would put forth toward any 401k plan will be contributed through a pass-through to the pension plan as it exists today. So there would be no changes in the pension plan for contributions, distributions, operations of the plan itself. It will also not be owned or operated by the city or via transit. It will continue to be managed by the pension trust as it exists today.
And that goes for all existing, current, and new employees that coming in?
Yes, sir, that is correct. There was some conversation about transition of new employees, but over the last 72 hours, we've learned that with the employees who are retirees currently on the plan, there wouldn't need to be any changes there. Obviously, current employees who are not retirees, we want that to stay the same. Within that metrics, it really didn't make sense to attempt to convert to a new 401k plan for new future employees. So within that, all of the legal minds have agreed that the plan that I just described to you would go forward. We will have language to the council at the next week's city council meeting to amend the VIA contract to include that language. We'll also request that they suspend the rules to do that because the contract is effect October 1. I don't believe there's going to be any opposition to that. And in that instance, everyone would be made whole. While there are changes in employer for the employees, there would be no changes whatsoever that would be anything other than invisible to the employee as it relates to the pension plan itself.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Sir.
guys.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Scott. Madam Clerk?
Beverly Cooper.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Beverly Cooper. I am a resident of District 2. 1 month ago this week, voters from across District 2 in the city went to the polls in our regular municipal elections. The election results in each of those races was clear, with unmistakable winners and losers. Unfortunately, despite the voters making their choices clear, there's an effort in District 2 to overturn the vote of thousands of citizens just because we voted for change. I and many other voters are deeply disturbed by this desperate effort to cling to power. For weeks, if not months, news stories, social media, videos, and much more were pushed out in an effort to undermine Ms. Ingram's residency in the city of Mobile. Despite their best efforts, the voters decisively chose her to represent them for the coming 4 years by nearly 10 percentage points. In recent years, we've seen national politicians take aim at election results that they didn't like. Those efforts to subvert elections have badly damaged our democracy. It would be shameful if similar efforts are perpetuated locally. The residents of District 2 deserve to be represented by the candidate of their choice, our choice, Ms. Ingram. Further, ahead of the recent annexation, many citizens raised the concern of the impact of annexation would have on the continued underrepresentation of the city's majority Black population. Last month and yesterday's election should give us concrete insight on what that impact is. I urge the City Council to look into and release that information for all of us. Thank you very much.
Reggie Hill.
Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you, Madam City Clerk. To the citizens and stakeholders of Mobile, greetings. Reggie Hill is my name. Like was mentioned before, we only get 180 seconds, so I'm going to sum some of this stuff up. Let's begin with this piece about citizen engagement. There are rules at the beginning of this meeting which refer to the good name and character of the people that sit up here. I think that should be reciprocated to everyone. Last week, someone was called a lie and saying that you come up here and I guess you say repeat lies weekly, and I don't think that could be any further from the truth. I also believe that we saw in the same meeting where the Director of Finance came back and supported, basically corroborated what it was that was being presented at this podium when being called a lie. And then as well, we saw where the president with the metro system had to come down to speak to these matters, and we saw where NBC reported where drivers went on strike the day after because of the information that was brought here. And then we know the contract is going to be with 9 months. We're coming back for another review. So we don't even know if the stuff that is in place now is going to stick. So we just have to be very careful if we're going to put rules out for people that sit here when there are others who take their time and really care about the city of Mobile, and you're messing with their name and their character. So we want to just make sure that that's clear. But I'll reserve some of that because the person who mentioned it is not here today. Let's look at this public safety piece. We're looking at over $4 million in vehicles today, and I just don't see that as a prudent means of utilizing resources to go towards public safety matters. I think that we should look at two components of this, and that being the blighting piece, which actually leads to more public safety concerns, how we can help with housing. I think this is a good way that we can put that much amount of money into housing, and as well being more proactive with our initiatives that we're going to do to actually prevent crime. We don't see an increase to our performance contracts or district discretionary spending, which I think could tackle a lot of the issues that we have beforehand. And we've already seen it's like as if, well, we said we're not going to spend more money on vehicles in the future. Well, why would you? If you're going to buy 96 new vehicles this time, you wouldn't have to do that. So this is something that I think is very clear. But for time's sake, and as well, and I'll have to address this next week, but I think we need to be focused on police training in Chapter 46 of our municipal code. Let's look at this last piece about the investigation into taxpayer resources, please. Last week, there was $22,000 that was spent on a computer that's going to the Gulf Coast Technology Center. And because we normally pass these things that are under $50,000, that doesn't give people time enough to come down and even ask a question about what that is. And we know that there's very little information that is shared from the administration about what that's going to be used for. As well, we know that items that are under $15,000 don't even come to that agenda. Do we have access in the public to getting to know what those matters are and what we're spending our money on? Because you can go around and have 10 different line items for the same company, and you're upwards of $150,000, but because it was added as under 15, we'll never even see that or know what's going on. And then also, Mr. Reynolds last week mentioned that you all can approve stuff, and then they don't have to spend it out. I think we need to create an ordinance that is going to prevent us from allowing them to decide something that's been approved here. But thank you for yielding the floor.
Ordinance is held over. 52046, adopt Chapter 52, Real Property Maintenance and Enforcement, Article 8, Vacant Structure Registry for Henry Aaron Loop.
Move to lay over till October 14. Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item laid over.
CIP resolutions held over. 211192, authorized contract with Iker Construction Corporation for a splash pad at Crawford Murphy Park.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passed.
Consent resolutions held over. 4974, declare the structure at 2666 Josephine Street a public nuisance and order it demolished.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passed.
4975, declare the structure at 616 Pettit Avenue a public nuisance and order it demolished.
Move to table.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item table.
Resolutions held over. 08-1200, approved purchase order to Time Clock Plus for timekeeping accounts, software, and biometric readers. 13-1202, authorized change order number 1 with Wiregrass Construction for Western Bayfront resurfacing. 21-1203, authorized contract with James Adams and Sons Construction Company for the repair and stabilization of Azalea City Golf Course and 12 Mile Creek. 37-1204, amend Catan Ahmed's Certificate of Public Convenience and Necessity.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passed.
Consent resolutions being introduced for the first time. 40-1208 through 37-1230.
Move to waive the rules for immediate consideration of these resolutions as read.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Rules waived. Madam Clerk.
40-1208, 1209, 1210 are fixing the cost of demolition of structures at 303 South Dearborn Street, 2150 O'Donnell Street, 3211 Valley Road. 46-1211, honorarily renamed Diamond to Honorary Mother Bessie Mae Grayson Way. 58-1229, declare weeds noxious, Group 1617. 37-1230, recommend approval to the ABC Board for issuance of a special events retail liquor license to LFA House of Cigars on Virginia Street.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item passed.
Resolutions being introduced for the first time. 21-1212 through 01-1231.
Move to waive the rules for immediate consideration of resolutions 08-1215, 08-1220, and 21-1225, with the rest being laid over for 1 week.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, Madam Clerk.
08-1215, approved purchase order to Cummins Mid-South for fuel pump and engine gaskets for fire pumper truck. 08-1220, approved purchase order to Trailent Holdings for 1-year subscription for employee standards of conduct training and support. 21-1225, authorized contract with Osprey Initiative for citywide school litter education program. 01, oh, we're holding that up.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Resolution passes.
Call for public hearings. 41-1228, call for public hearing to revoke the business license at 1608 St. Stephen's Road, scheduled October the 14th.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Public hearing is called.
Announcements. Mr. President, if I may.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. President, I would like to just acknowledge that as being the city clerk and chief election official for the City of Mobile's municipal elections, it is not the easiest job in the world to do. But with the help of a fantastic team, I managed to get that done. And I would like to acknowledge those people on this team, the city clerk and city council staff, the chief of staff, the city attorney, public safety, GIS, IT, buildings, AE, and the accounting department. Thank you all so much for all the efforts that you put in to make this election successful. I could not have done it without you. Special kudos to my classmate, chief of staff, Jim Barber. Really appreciate you coming through for me. And thank you to the council for allowing me to do what I need to do to have a successful election. Thank you. And thank you, Mayor.
All right, District 5, Councilman Davis.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to congratulate Mr. Cherigatis on his victory. I thought both candidates ran good campaigns, and I think that the voters of the city of Mobile have spoken. I want to commend Representative Drummond on her concession speech, which I thought was very warm-hearted and tended to heal the wounds that are sometimes created during elections. So I thought it was overall a very well-run election, and commend the candidates. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Davis. District 2, Councilman Carroll.
No announcements, Mr. President.
District 6, Councilman Woods.
Thank you, Mr. President. I too want to congratulate Mayor-elect Cherigatis, and also comment that on Representative Drummond, the race and her concession speech that she had, it definitely was a move towards uniting. And again, I respect Representative Drummond a lot. The race that both of them ran were very good, and I think yesterday's results show that. But kind of just to echo what the mayor said, moving forward, obviously, we pick a candidate, that then we go vote for our candidate, and we have the signs in the yards, we have the bumper stickers, but today that's over with. We have a mayor-elect. We know who the next mayor is going to be, and I really just want to just emphasize the importance of coming together. Mobile's best days are ahead of her, and the only way we're gonna achieve those best days, the only way we're gonna have those best days is that if we unite and we come behind our city and we support our candidate that was elected, the candidate-elect, our mayor-elect. Again, the best days of the city of Mobile are ahead. There's 7 council districts. There's over 200,000 people that call themselves Mobilians, and it's going to take each one of us, even though, and I won't dive into my diatribe of the lack of voting turnout, but that's for another day. But I do appreciate everyone that did come and vote. Thank you to District 6. You came out, you voted, you outdid yourself. So I really do appreciate that. But again, I just want to really emphasize that moving forward, it's going to take all 7 districts. It's going to take the new mayor to push Mobile to the next step. So I just wanted to comment on that. I do want to say thank you too. The other night we had at Oak Park Church, had a District 6 community meeting. Had a little over or a little under, just shy of 100 in attendance. Thank you to the council staff for coming and making that happen. I greatly appreciate it. I know that Thursday evenings, there's a lot that you could be doing outside of just hanging out in District 6 and listening to a community meeting. But so thank you for doing that. Thank you to those that came out. I greatly appreciate it. Just reemphasizes how great District 6 is because we have an engaged population in District 6. So thank you again for that. And that's it for me, Mr. President. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. I did want to quickly recognize, I have some guests here today. My other job, obviously, is the Executive Director of the Greater Gulf State Fair. Without lingering and diving into the story, in order to be a board member at the Greater Gulf State Fair, you have to be under 40. And nowadays, obviously, there's a lot to do for under 40s. So an initiative that we took on is we're partnering with local high schools, or reaching out to local high schools and bringing in some of the greatest high school seniors all across the city. For our junior board, and today we have them here today. I was going to ask y'all to stand if that's okay. And they're from all across the city. Great group of kids. Young adults. and today was an opportunity to come down, see what government in the city of Mobile looks like. So thank you all, and that's it for me.
Thank you, Councilman Woods. District 7 Vice President Gregory.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to join my colleagues and Mayor Stimson in thanking Lisa Carroll, our city clerk and chief elections officer, and all of your staff, and of course, all of the administration folks who were involved in last month's and then yesterday's election. It is a very difficult, very time-consuming job, and you all do it well. Thank you very much for all that you did. Also, congratulations to our mayor-elect, Cherry Gaddis. We look forward to working with him and his team and moving the city forward. I also want to commend Representative Drummond for her campaign, very well run, very positive campaign. And also, last night when the mayor-elect made his concession speech, I was very happy to hear him say one of the first things he would do would be to reach out to Representative Drummond in order to talk with her and see how they can work together on some of the things that she brought to the table and was concerned about during the campaign. And I certainly hope that happens and that we all get together and work toward uniting the city as best we can in these next 4 years. So again, congratulations to everybody. I appreciate all of that. And to almost Citizen Sandy, thank you for all you've done for the city. We look forward to saying that a couple more times.
All right, thank you, Vice President Gregory. And I'd like to piggyback behind my colleagues, and also I'd like to thank our city clerk for the wonderful job she did on both elections. And also we missed some people, and that's like the poll workers, because I know that we was short over some poll workers and begging for some to come and to work the polls. But we'd like to thank them also for coming and helping with the city election. And I'd like to extend my congratulations to Mayor-elect Spirio Cherry-Gaddis on his win to be the next mayor of the city of Mobile. You know, in the kitchen, you got some bad pots, you got some good pots, and you got some okay pots. But in the city of Mobile, we have a good pot, and Mayor-elect, has inherited a good pot because of our mayor, our current mayor, Sandy Stimson. So it's my wishes that the mayor-elect will continue to have this good pot that's going on in the city of Mobile. But thank you, Mr. Mayor, again, for all that you have done for the city of Mobile in the past 12 years. And also, I would like to thank everyone who had came out on yesterday and voted. Again, the turnout was kind of low, but I'd like to thank the ones that did come out and vote on yesterday to exercise your right. Anything from the administration? All right.
One more thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much to our council attorney, Paul Carbo. Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Paul. All right. Properly moving second in discussion. All in favor? All opposed? This meeting is adjourned.